They just told me I'm on. Technology, a wonderful thing. In 3 or 4 years, I'll just have to push a button and the audio, wherever I am, the audio and the video will just appear magically. Anyway, thank you very much for inviting me to speak at this anarchistic event. I would not call myself an anarchist, a libertarian, or anything else. I'm merely someone that does not like being told what I can do with my own body and mind in the privacy of my home. And far more importantly, I do not like being extorted. These have been, and we're all extorted people. Let's face it. I mean, if you pick up a man or a woman at the bar, you're extorted to some extent. But that's your choice, right? You chose to be there. The extortion aspect. I have not paid federal taxes or state taxes for over 10 years now. Why? I had already paid over $50 million in taxes, and I promise you people, I have not received $50 million in services. I just stopped. For 8 years, the government left me alone. Why? Oh, listen, I wasn't making much money anyway. I'd already paid $50 million, and I'm a loud motherfucker. So if you come after me, I'm going to make some noise, leave his ass alone. What changed? 2 years ago, I started speaking on national stages about cryptocurrency and how if you do not want to pay taxes, I'm not advising you not to pay your taxes.
Because if I'm going to be
that's your thing. I am saying that if you think that it's illegal and it's oppressive and it's akin to extortion and you'd like to avoid it, well, let me tell you how to do that, people. Well, at that point, I started getting flack. I was, in fact, the chairman of MGT, a thriving Bitcoin mining company. I mean, we were the sixth largest miner in the world, and everything was fine. And then the SEC filed a subpoena. Now, when an SEC files a subpoena, you are required to do two things. Number one, reveal nothing about what's in that subpoena. And number two, you are required to make public that you have been subpoenaed by the SEC. Now, the subpoena had nothing to do with the company, its management, our operations. It was asking questions about a past stockholder, for Christ's sakes. Our stock went from an $800 million valuation to a $3 million valuation overnight. We simply went broke, went bankrupt. This is how governments operate. They have all the power. They give you a catch-22, which you cannot possibly come out on the right side of. You've been subpoenaed. You've got to announce it. The world goes, oh my God. When you do get subpoenaed by the SEC, in 99% of the cases, the company has done something radically wrong. And we'd done nothing, and the subpoena had nothing to do with what we were doing. And yet the world perceived it as, oh my God, they're all scam artists. They've stolen our money. You know, there's going to be indictments and people going to jail. The company folded. That was the beginning of my harassment. On the 22nd of January of this year, the IRS convened a grand jury to file tax fraud charges against myself, my wife, and 6 of our workers. Since I am John McAfee, I found out about it, even though it's top secret, way in advance, and we left the country. Took our boat, went to the Bahamas. Why? The Bahamas has no income tax. Therefore, failure to pay it or any crimes based on it are not a crime in the Bahamas, and therefore I can't be extradited. Um, I knew that would not be the end of it. I knew that bad stuff would come, and it did. We were there for 3 months, and we got inside information. The first thing I do when I go to a country is I wire it by finding officials that are corrupt. Why? Because, my God, it is a government, and of course they're corrupt. But it works both ways. And start parceling out a bit of money so that I know what's happening before it happens. They came to collect Janice and I, the Bahamian government, because the CIA had asked the head of police, a guy named Paul Rowe, to just arrest me on any charge. I don't know, drunkenness, robbing a grandmother. Didn't make any difference. Once I'd been arrested, I was now an undesirable. I'm in jail. And therefore, they're going to ship me wherever they want, back to America, of course. We left and went to Cuba. We were there for a month and a half. Janice and I, and Janice is sitting across from me, this very dramatic moment. They came, the Cuban government came, got us. We went to an army base, very nice furnishings and things. A general came in and said, please forgive us, but we have been requested unofficially by the U.S. government to return you to America in exchange for whatever concessions. He said, we are disinclined to do so. However, Mr. McAfee, we're asking you to leave our country in 72 hours to avoid any future embarrassments, difficulties, and please, you do understand. I go, thank God. Yes, I understand. And thank you for giving me 72 hours. Twice a day, soldiers would come because we're on a big boat. It takes a long time to get it ready for a voyage. Twice a day, soldiers would come, Miss McAfee, are you sure? Are you going to be leaving in 53 hours? Or are you sure you're going to be leaving in 27 hours? You know, I finally said, listen, if I have to swim to Haiti, I'll be leaving in time. And we did. We chose the Dominican Republic. I don't know why. It didn't make much difference, really. It took us 4.5 days at sea. We came into port. We were surrounded by special forces and all arrested. Myself, my wife, my entire staff. So, okay, after 4 days, and by the way, they said you have to go back to America. But I know the ropes. First thing I did was get 2 lawyers, and I said, file a brief saying you can't ship me anywhere until I get to tell my story. By then, we were in the international news. Every paper in the world said McAfee arrested in the Dominican Republic. My lawyers got the brief filed. Half an hour later, they came and said, where do you want to go? I said, England. On the way to England, and by the way, we haven't been in hiding. We've been running. You understand there's a difference, people. Running is getting into safety. People know where you are. You can still transact business. And when that becomes unsafe, you just fucking move somewhere else. That's all we've been doing. And finally, as I said, Janice, baby, I mean, they caught us before we even got into the country. They're ahead. And who was they? It's a fucking complex of CIA, FBI, IRS, the Fed, that monumental piece of garbage called our government. And if you think your government is better than, trust me, they are all the same. Governments get power. People create governments and are part of governments. People get power. And if we were all gods and goddesses or angels, that would be perfect. But we're not. We have compassion and greed. We love. And we get angry and petty. We are generous. We are greedy. So we are all these things. And if you give that entity power, which side do you think is going to win out? Power and money goes to the greed, the pettiness, the jealousy, the anger, because compassion and love don't need power. Do you understand the horror of our situation when we give somebody else our fucking power? Now, I refused to do it 10 years ago. And for 10 years, I have lived a life on the run. I mean, I was in Belize for a month and a half, hiding in the jungles while an entire army was searching for me. Arrested in Guatemala, imprisoned. I finally got freed, back to the States. Met Janice, fell in love, got married, and for 7 years we have been on the run. For 2 years, we lived in a car, moving from town to town, every day, trying to keep ahead of whatever we knew was coming, because frequently it got there ahead of us. We have hidden under a car while fake police in Portland, Oregon came into our building and tried to collect Janice and I, looking for us. I'm sorry, are you talking to me? No, I'm sorry. I've got a different thing on my screen. I don't know what's happening. There seems to be miming. I apologize. Yes, you. Are we okay now? My apologies, folks. I'm 74 years old, and my brain, due to too much tequila, limes, marijuana, is simply gone. And forgive me for these lapses in awareness. So in any case, on the way to London, we decided we're going into hiding. Now, there's a big difference between running and, like in the Bahamas, come get me, knowing they would, and knowing still I had a few months to thumb my nose and get attention on the idiocy of governments. But we couldn't continue. Like I said, they got to the Dominican Republic before us. They're going to get somewhere. Thank God we arrived in London on a Friday night. The embassy's closed. Everybody is closed. The Interpol International Office is closed. I know we've got 24 hours before we have to leave town. And in that 24 hours, I arranged a hiding place, which we have been in for 7 months. 7 months, wow. It's one of the greatest things on earth, people. I mean, if you are ever in a situation where you must hide and you have any friends at all, you don't have to have money and power, just a little bit of technical competence and a willingness to live without telephones, which we have to do, unfortunately. If we had phones, we would have been arrested within hours of going into hiding. Because your phone, people, is the greatest spy device ever invented. And the beautiful thing about it is the government does not even have to pay for installing it in order to listen to you and watch. No, we fucking buy it ourselves. Now, for most people, who cares? Because I don't really care if the government watches and listens, because I promise you people, and by the way, I apologize for those of you in the audience who are now going to be on the government watch list, if they can identify you, but nothing in life is perfect. But no, so we have no phones. We do not allow telephones around us. We have signal jammers everywhere, just in case some idiot sneaks in a phone. However, look at this. I'm talking to you. You can see my face, the magic of technology. I am a technologist. And so no one, if you try to trace a signal back, you'll spend years before you figure out, oh, I see, it's not possible, because it is not possible. We are very cautious about photographs that we put up so that people can't go, damn, that looks like Rome. Unless I want to put out this information. Like, we're in Munich, people. Yeah, well, we were in Munich a long time ago. Yes, yes. And that's where we got those videos and things from. But no, we are not there. That's called disinformation. So now we're in hiding, have been for 7 months. It's beautiful. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have to try to guess when the knock is going to come on the door, when Cuba's going to say, listen, they could easily have said, yeah, I'm sorry, we're giving you up. But no, why? Cuba hates America. Thank you, Lord. Otherwise, I'd be in a prison now in Miami, probably. Listen, I've wandered on way too fucking long. I'd like to take questions from the audience if anybody has any, and if not, well, we can drink tequila together, or whatever you like.
Nothing? There we go. All right, if you have a question, raise your hand, and I'll come to you with this microphone.
Well, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't hear. Why don't you? Yes.
Just a question. So you believe you've been indicted on tax evasion? Is that the only set of charges? That doesn't seem that severe. Maybe a couple of years in prison.
What was the question?
What's the indictment, as far as you know, that you've been charged with?
Oh, well, listen. Keep in mind, indictments are secret affairs. The only people who know about it are the people who've been subpoenaed, and the jury, which always, in 100% of the cases, indicts. Now, once I knew that the indictment was coming, and I got the paperwork that yes, in fact happened, I'm no longer interested in what to charge me with, because do I care? My problem is the same, whether it's tax fraud or conspiracy, or who cares? It's just what the government is going to use to try to silence me. And so I don't know. I do know that on the 22nd of January, it happened. I had no interest in finding out what the results were, other than I knew there'd be an indictment. 100% of the cases, people, you're indicted. End the story.
Next question.
Hey, John. I was asking myself if there's any schedule to implement more narrow gateways in your McAfee decks. Is that planned?
Yes, okay. I shouldn't even be talking about this because my developers will strangle me. But we've already implemented Bitcoin, and we have a Bitcoin slash Ethereum cross-chain transaction. It's working. We've been beta testing it. I don't know if any of you have tried it out. It works beautifully. We are doing everything with, listen, it's easy to implement a distributed exchange on Ethereum, Tron, Binance, EOS, tons of them. Privacy coins, because they are private, and because the complexity necessary to make them private makes them a little harder to implement. But not that Bitcoin was not a nightmare, okay? Just because it's old, clunky, and hard to work with. We're working as fast as we can, and we're hoping by May, June, hopefully at the latest, we will have Monero in all of its aspects. Working cross-chain with at least Ethereum, every Binance EOS, Tron token, Bitcoin, ERC 20 through 1440. So we're working on it as fast as we can.
Okay, next question.
John, can you envision a chain of events that would lead to your ability to return to freedom in the world, and how can we help?
Well, listen. Some paths, some forks in your life, when you take them, you know they cannot be retraced. Please, people, not only has the government not found me, I have still refused to shut the fuck up. And at every chance, I trash them. So you tell me under what circumstances you think I could get back. It's not happening. It's not happening. Why did I do this? Not just for me, I had to for me. How can I live with myself saying, no, I believe taxes are illegal. I believe we should be able to do what we want with our bodies and not fucking do it. And when it was done, I knew there's no going back. But that's not important. Listen, I'm an old man. I do not suggest any young person do what an old man does, because we do very foolish things. But I have children and grandchildren. And you have children and grandchildren. Some of you, or you are a child and a grandchild. Good God, it's for you people, for my children, that I took this irretrievable fork. So no, listen, if there were any way that you could help me, well, I go, have at it. I don't have much money to pay you, but no, people, lost cause. A lost cause. It cannot ever happen. What can happen is what's happening now. Me talking to you and you listening to my story. Because it's the same story that you have without all the running, chasing, and guns, okay? We are all one person. We love, compassionate, generous, kind, greedy, jealous, angry creatures. It's a miracle. It is a miracle that we in any way can even talk to each other without shooting one another. Think about it. And it's not governments, people, that have created this ability for me to talk to you without smacking each other around. No, it's governments that have impeded and limited this human capacity for humanity. Good God, people, we, in spite of our mixed feelings and things, are one species. And the world is a dangerous place, and we need all of us to understand that and stick together against every threat. I mean, it's no longer lions, tigers, and polar bears. No, it's something far more horrible and devious, and it is power that we willingly give to others, saying, take care of me, keep me safe, let me sleep at night knowing that in the morning the world will be the same as it was yesterday. Well, to me, people, that is hell. Do you want a world that every fucking day is the same, and yet governments demand it of people before you can be controlled? If you step outside of that world of wanting the same thing every day and make your own way, the first thing you find out, God damn, it's dangerous out here. And anything can happen. And you are always on your own. If you think about it, no matter how much your family will help you are on your own. And if you don't take responsibility for you, I promise you there is no other element in this universe that will. This, people, is the problem. Take responsibility for you and fuck the world. If your heart is in the right place, the world would be a better place. I don't even know why I said that. I forgot the question, and I'm not even sure I answered it.
Okay. Next question.
Janice is over here cracking up listening to, I'm sorry.
Hey, John, are you still on track for your Bitcoin price prediction? Getting a little worried
People
or
are-
still on track?
Can we get real with each other? I mean, listen, I am the man that created a massive meme out of fucking whales, where I claim to fuck whales. I just did a confession on a video on Twitter last week, confessing to cannibalizing people, kidnapping them, and eating their brains. I am a jokester, a trickster, and this is what I am. I'm sorry, accept it or don't. It's who I am. I just enjoy separating those with brains from those who have them and choose not to use them. Now, let's analyze Bitcoin, $1 million. This is only 2 years ago I made this prediction. If you can multiply, please do so. 1 million times 21 million coins gives it a market cap greater than the gross national products of Canada, America, the entire North American fucking continent. Please, people, wake up. Now, for those that didn't get that absurdity, people said, well, how did you do this? Well, using a mathematics system. I'm a math person, which I am. What is this system? Point set topology. It's used to predict finances to an incredibly precise degree. Bullshit. Point set topology is used to define topographical surfaces, why a mountain is shaped the way. Please, God, people, if you'd done one Google, you'd have seen the absurdity in that explanation. No, I did this because Bitcoin is an old, useless, out-of-date fucking technology. I know because we have spent 6 goddamn months trying to integrate it into the McAfee DEX. It is old, run down, worthless in every respect. There's no privacy, security. There's zero ability to do a smart contract. Why have a blockchain that you can put a smart contract on? Jesus, God, wake up, people. No, it's not going to hit $1 million. If people have any sense, it might hit 20 cents. But good God, it's over. We've got to stop calling the real coins shit coins, because the real shit coin is Bitcoin. I mean, what a great marketing coup these Bitcoin maximalists put. Hey, I know what we do. We call everything else shit coins. It'll catch on. And they did, but who cares? Time. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. One more question. Oh, no.
Last
3 minutes. One more question.
Hey, John, we're a big fan of yours. Basically, I wanted to find out what your thoughts are on the centralized exchange versus the decentralized exchange. When will the centralized exchange crash and burn, and when will the decentralized ones actually control Bitcoin and all the cryptos so we can have an honest...
Well, I mean, I'm the right person to ask that question to. I mean, we put out the McAfee DEX, the first truly distributed and decentralized exchange 4 months ago. We had, the first thing we put in was every Ethereum-based coin, then Tron. We just did Bitcoin. When will it get real? It will get real when we have true cross-chain capabilities, meaning that we have applications that are built by the people who know Monero to make it easy for us to put it on our exchange. It doesn't cost you jack shit to get on our exchange. You just go and press coin, put in the technical specs, name, you're done. But we need help, people. Everyone's sitting on the sidelines going, hey, the McAfee DEX is pretty good, but it's going slow. It will always be slow. If you want Monero on our chain, listen, our code is public domain. Get it, see what we're doing, and do it for us, please. God, I mean, it took us 6 months to do Bitcoin. It's going to take us another 6 to do Monero. We will, if no one else did. Listen, I didn't want to build a decentralized exchange. I kept saying, people, if we don't have one, we're dead in the water. Because a government like China 3 years ago, went in and shut down every centralized exchange. Why? They knew the address. Got the electricity off, bottom of the building, shoot everybody. Who fucking knows? You can shut it down. You can't shut down my exchange. It's smart contracts on all the blockchains. try shutting it down. So if they do ever catch me and they say, shut it down, I go, how? It is not shut down. And without these exchanges, we are dead in the water, people. And thank you so much for inviting me. And can you let me hear the audience? I can't hear them. Yeah. Thank you.
I think it's
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.